Welcome to the round 10 team sheets video and final trades. It's George from Fantasy Take TV. So we'll get through this quicker because we're a bit late this week. Trades for this week. I honestly don't know what to do this week, but I've gone for trading out Chincotta for Sharp and Humphrey in for Hopper. Thought about mid prices in Kennedy and Hobbs, but it means I can't upgrade next week, so I've skipped those, but I don't mind those guys as punts. I'm probably going to do them in fantasy. VC Merritt into Marshall. Now, I think you should be definitely upgrading where you can, but the logic is we lose points this week, but we get them back over the buys, and we can grab Stewart next week. So that's even more points over the buys. So I think in the long run, it'll be fine. But the cheaper premium I was going to get, there's two that I like. Zach Butters, I still like for what he's doing with midfield time now. Always going to be a bit of a nervous own with the way he plays, but no soft tissue history. Went overseas to do injury prevention stuff, so I do like him as an option. And that was in the preseason. And then Andy Brayshaw is his time on ground is the last three since he's been feeling better. Has been around the 85% mark. And yeah, he's looking a bit better. So I do like Andy Brayshaw. A lot of people don't and understand that. That's okay. But just the logic is the time on ground is up and he's injury free now. Bit cheaper for what he can do. So I do like him. Is he 110? Gee, I don't know. Doesn't look like it. But I think he's got the next 8 of 14 at Optus. So I don't mind him. But man, I haven't been hitting my premium targets. So yeah, go with whoever you like. But I think Stewart's the main target with the bye coming up this week, and Zach Merritt with the fixture. Got something in my teeth. Port versus Melbourne, that's on in about half an hour. Yeah, unfortunate if you have Teakle, probably just move them on. Yeah, for whoever. And then Melbourne, looks like Salem is back. Doesn't really change much, and McVee, I think he holds. Yeah, I always thought he would hold with Salem in because I think they're slightly different roles. So McVee's more your lockdown small, where Salem's your flanker. But I don't think Salem's really an option. Wouldn't go there off the surgery and whatnot. But yeah, I think that's about it. Interesting that they're playing Ollie Lord with Marshall. Oh no, Marshall's injured. Never mind. So they're persisting with him, and yeah, Lysette's back in. So if you have Max Gawn, that's a nice VC. I would do that. North versus Sydney, obviously pretty bad week for North with Clarko stepping down and all their injuries. A lot of them are short term though, so probably not going to read them all out. But I guess the interesting one here is George Wardlaw named on ball. So I really liked his junior highlights. I haven't seen him play properly, just his highlights. He's really tough, contested ball winner. No, it's another expensive rookie, and I think it's just been the way it's been this year with the paying up for a bit more job security and scoring power rather than going your Sam Sturt or your whoever who are like risk of losing their jobs and whatnot. So it's been quite hard to pick rookies this year, I feel, but I think he'll have good job security. Is injury prone, but I'd probably wait for him to play 2 games, so worry about that then. So Aaron Hall back, probably not great for Sheasel. I think because when Aaron Hall was in, Sheasel's kick-ins went down, but Sheasel's scoring was still okay. So I think Sheasel's one where you might have to keep him, but ideally you upgrade him on his last bye if this Aaron Hall in persists. But we'll monitor that. So I'm not trading him at this point. I need him through the buys. So if he drops a bit of money at this last buy, so be it. Hopefully it's not out of control, but he could easily bounce back. So keep an eye on Big Shees. And then Gordon, yeah, I think he's a fine VC in his current form. And yeah, the mids are down. I think the CBAs will be up. Where's my... No Mills. Nah, just go Gordon VC. I don't know what I'm doing. BC Gordon, C Oliver. No, not C Oliver. He's about to play. C Merritt. Captain half forward. That's a brilliant idea. Yeah, no Mills this week. So I'm trying to keep my voice down at the moment. People in the other room. Moving on to where's Francis down back? So he might be a decent option. McAndrew and Ladham's in. So I think that's... Oh, yeah, McAndrew. So he's a rookie, a ruck forward. I think he needs to be number one ruck to score because he's around the groundwork isn't quite there yet. So I wouldn't be banking on him as a downgrade option, but you never know. So we'll keep an eye on that. Bulldogs versus Adelaide. I think the main thing here is James O'Donnell. I believe he played mostly forward last week, but he played back in the VFL. But he's a 102k defender, so worry about that next week. But doesn't look all that friendly of a role. Baz Smith CBA's went up. I guess when Treloar comes back, do they go back down again? A bit of soft tissue last 2 years. Probably steer clear, but you can do a lot worse than Baz. I think he'll be good. His scoring will be good for the next month at least, and then see how he goes after that. Walker managed, interesting. I don't think there's much relevance on the Crows. There's no real rookies that are coming through for the Crows. Like I think Luke Nankervis has been alright in the VFL, but not too sure. Fremantle, no Matthew Johnson or Erasmus, so I expect probably Erasmus to be sub. But they like Johnson, but like it's hard to change the team now that Nat Fyfe is in the side. So I don't know how he breaks in. I guess you just hope he plays through the buys or something. Probably needs an injury, and if you have Sam Sturt like me, you just shrug and think we're in a bit of trouble with that one. Stingel and Close is back, but Ollie Henry's out, which means Sam Simpson holds, which is great. Tom Stewart, I guess, with his bye coming up, very important to probably get him in if you can. Nevert's been a decent rook, and especially with Duncan out, I think he holds now. So yeah, you can't predict. That's Brisbane versus Gold Coast. So Sharp holds, Wilmot on the bench. So I think Wilmot will play down back a bit. Now I was watching a presser with Chris Fagan, and he was saying they're going to be conservative with Rich, and they want. It was mostly positive stuff on Sharp, like, he's been building over the past few years, and now he just needs to put a few games together to make him really feel like he's at the level. So I guess that's positive. I think they rate him, and I'll be trading him in. So I think you'll get at least 2 price rises out of him, and then after that, you kind of hope that one of McKenna or Lester goes out for Rich or other injuries happen. Otherwise, I do fear Sharp will be sub. That would be pretty bad. But I think he's got good money-making potential for 2 weeks. Probably makes like 80k. I haven't seen the projections, but might be okay there. Another game at the Gabba this week, which is good. Now, Gold Coast, good that Atkins held. A few people going for Humphrey. I'm bringing him in for his bye. I don't think this is... I'm not too sure, because... it's around 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So I need him for 5 rounds, basically, and 15 if he's not traded on that buy round. So it's basically a 5-6 week hold. And you hope you get a spike game, but the fixture's no good. So I like this game. I watched the tape. His role is high half forward. He said that in an interview with Cal Twomey, I don't know, whatever it is, however you pronounce it. And they do like him, I think. I think he'll definitely keep playing. Last interchange isn't the prettiest look, but he's in for me at the moment. I might change, I don't know, but not sure. Just like, I think 250s and he makes 80k. But you're holding him through the buys because that's when we need him. So I think he's an okay pickup, and yeah, it's pretty dire. I didn't mention Jury before. He held, but I'll skip him, I think. You can even grab him next week if he looks good. So, see how that goes. Essendon in comes Ridley, out Setterfield. Richmond, Nanker's back. So, probably not great for Samson Ryan, but I still think Ryan will, they'll put Toby on managed minutes and Ryan will ruck a little bit. So, on Essendon's side, who gets the mid minutes? So, it's Hobbs, Perkins, Merritt, Shield, and Cordwell. I think they're the 5 plus Stringer. Still a lot of names that can go through there. So probably skip Hobbs, but if you could tell me that Hobbs was going to get 65-70% CBAs, I'd probably send it, to be honest. But I really like Hobbs. I think he's a very good player, and he will be probably be thereabouts of a primo in a few years. Baldwin's a key position player. I'd probably just skip. I don't know what you're going to get from him. A bit more expensive, so skip for that one. Now, yeah, there's not really much here, I think. Alright, move on. Hawthorn versus West Coast. What a game. I think Hawthorn are not that bad. I just think they're just kind of rebuilding. Like, they have a bit of upside on the list. I do fear for, like, West Coast. I don't know where the upside is. Like, they got Ginby and Allen, and yeah, I don't really know what they're going to do. Like, Noah Long, I think he's going to be a good player. Yeah, Barras is good, but the ceiling of the list is quite low. So I think they need to rebuild for a few more years before Tassie come in and take all the picks. Hawthorn, I think Blank playing, the thing he hurt himself is probably good for Sicily. So I do like Sicily as an option. I've got too many on that buy after getting Merritt. So got Laird and Oliver and all those defenders. So I'll skip him. Will Day, not quite giving us what we need. I think they keep playing him forward in second quarters, and yeah, not great. So if that can be fixed up, that'd be great, but I don't see that happening. Weddle, can you buy Weddle for 160k? Yes, I think he's got great job security. Can't possibly not play him, and he's getting more confidence. A lot of names through there that can go down back and on the wing, so I think he'll be good. I think he's good for like 55 to 60, so one you can pass on, but yeah, I like him. I think he can make 120, 130k from here. And West Coast side of things, not much. If you have Ginby, great. Probably keep holding him with the big score last week. And Chesser and Long are back. So if you have them, that is great news. Chesser had 55 fantasy in the waffle, so I'm honestly not expecting much from him. And just hopefully he makes 100k. I don't know, somehow, but and plays through the buys. But yeah, wouldn't bank on him. But yeah, I think this is their full list that they got available at the moment. So like another Edwards illness, but another injury to Darling. So they're just in they're in all sorts. This is the last two games. So Carlton versus Collingwood. Oh, this is a bad one. Boyd in for Chincotta and Hewitt out. Not surprised, but you didn't think that he'd regress this much. Maybe it's limited preseason, but he was a 110 last year, and now he's like a 90 and out the team. So pretty worrying, but good for Matt Kennedy. You think his CBAs will be pretty good, but I think they want to put Chera back in the midfield. I can see Chera's CBAs go up. I think Wash will stay the same, just what the team needs, but it could be up a lot more one week, down the other week, but you can still be around the contest slots starting at half forward. Kennedy's a bit of a risk, but you can probably do like 95 to 100 with decent CBAs, so I think it's a bit of a punt, but yeah, I don't hate it, but just price, and you know, he wasn't in the team a few weeks ago, so but you think he is now. But like if Hewitt, they want to bring Hewitt in, who's out, it might be Kennedy. I don't know, it just depends on the balance. So I'll skip, but I think I'm doing it in fantasy. This is the last buy, which is good, which means you trade him then if he makes it that far, but see how you go. And then I think Collingwood, well, no Darcy Cameron, so I think you just steer clear and wait for this to figure itself out. I do prefer Max Gawn, just the way Cox played, but yeah, Cameron might be a little bit underdone. Get some match fitness back, maybe playing him through sub or whatever, I don't know. I think playing Atoll as a sub, I saw it with Darcy Fort last year. It didn't work for the Lions, and they abandoned that pretty quick, so I don't love it, but it's hard to question Collingwood. They're flying. Giants versus St Kilda last game, so I think no Flinny, so they're bringing in Briggs. Good to see Toby back. Not much here. Poor like Bytel, you just can't get a game, like 23rd, 24th man every week. So I guess, can you captain Marshall? Probably, and good to see Steele playing as well. So I think you could. I'm definitely doing it in other formats. This format, I'm like undecided. What am I doing again? Gordon with CBAs into Merritt. Or I'll go Marshall. I don't know, bro. Whatever. Yeah, anyway, the Giants, so good to see Fleeton held, so he might be a target for us last week. I didn't watch the Giants Collingwood game. I think it was out for Mother's Day that day, so I didn't see that. But yeah, see how he goes, and maybe we can bring him in. Fahey's probably threatening his spot, you would think, and for some, yeah, pretty surprising. Fahey's been killing it in the VFL, but maybe we only see the numbers. I don't watch the game, so maybe they see something that they don't like or that he has to work on. And that's pretty much it. Angwin's going to be a good rookie, I think. He's just going to, has that last bye, he'll just keep ticking along. So he's been a good rookie pickup. Look at the Saints. Sinclair's been very frustrating. In the games he's played really well, you thought he could go bigger, and then he has a down game and scores like a 60 odd. So we need more from Sinclair, and that's pretty much it. No Tom Campbell. Oh, he's there, so just in case. But I think he has still fitness test. Even if it was out, I don't think you trade. I think you traded him in, you committed, you bought him cheap. I think he'll be fine. No soft tissue history. Okay, metal shoulder and contact injury to the knee could be a problem, but yeah, he's got the bye soon. He'll get through these few games. I mean, he's probably, if this game's over, you know that he's getting subbed at 3/4 time. Ross has already been sitting Marshall 2 or 3 times, so you know Jack still ain't playing the 4th quarter if this game's over. So don't bring him in. If you have him, don't trade him. Just see how you go. That's it from me. Thank you for watching. Good luck this week, and we'll see you guys in the next one.